This is my series where I'm talking about every Led Zeppelin album in chronological order, and this time we're getting into the earth-shattering masterpiece that is Zeppelin 4. In the winter of 1970, after the release and massive success of their third album, the band were taking another break from touring to focus on writing new music. They returned to the little house in Wales where they'd written much of Zeppelin 3. Most of the recording had been done at the Rolling Stones mobile studio, which was based at Headley Grange in Hampshire. The band were just really vibing with this country atmosphere and named the first track on the album after a black dog who used to roam around the grounds while the band was working. That song is like overwhelmingly vocals. There are very few albums that open with the intensity that Robert Plant puts into that first track, but it's also that incredible riff that defines that song, which was a collab between Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones. The song is really an example of what that band were capable of if only they worked together. Battle of Evermore is the little whimsical fantasy piece that had now become kind of a necessary element of a Led Zeppelin album, thanks to Robert Plant, who had been reading a book about the Scottish Independence Wars, and the lyrics were somewhat based on these themes. Jimmy Page wrote the song on mandolin, showing just how diverse he could be as a musician and a composer. And obviously, you cannot talk about Zeppelin 4 without getting into Stairway to Heaven. Stairway to Heaven is one of the most famous classic rock songs ever recorded, hands down. It's so famous that it's become cliche to even like and listen to it, despite the fact that truly it is a top-tier piece of music. Plant and Page wrote it mostly together, sitting by the fireplace at their little country house in Wales, Jimmy strumming away and Robert improvising lyrics, scribbling them down as he swayed back and forth in his rocking chair. Just magic. But it's like every song on Zeppelin 4 is an epic masterpiece. Let's be honest, the last 3 videos in this series I talked about how great those albums were, but it was like they just kept outdoing themselves. Every time, every album, every song, just wildly successful. It really, really seemed like it was going to go on forever.